So just for a bit of a laugh, while I've been messing about with rubber paints and using a bit of Plasti Dip, I thought I'd try the alternative. There's another brand called Full Dip, which isn't American, it's actually a Spanish brand. And I've seen them on eBay before, but I never really looked at it. I didn't know where it was from or if it's any good. But it's a little bit cheaper than Plasti Dip. And I thought I'd give it a try. So bought a couple of cans, got a bit extra. I'm gonna try and make myself some black skirts on the side. Now, I did have a go a while back using black vinyl adhesive, and I should have known. I'm rubbish with vinyl adhesive and applying it. I can't do it. And I'll maybe show you a little clip of my pathetic attempts at trying. But anyway, so I thought, well, while I've got a bit of nice weather and whilst I'm in the mood for Plasti Dipping things on the car, first of all, try a different brand, and we'll see whether these M Sport or whatever they are, black skirts that I see on some of the other white cars look any good. If it looks crap, peel it off. That's the whole point. So let's have a look. So as always, I've got a can in some warm water. So it's always a good idea to get your paint or your Plasti Dip nice and warm, even though it's a hot day anyway. Just want to make sure it sprays nice and finely. So what I've done is I've taped up, I don't know if you can see here, taped up a bit of the way it starts and curves all the way down to the front there. So I'm going to paint and lay it on wet and then pull that off, and we'll see whether it looks any good. Okay, now I'm going to put the last coat on. This one hasn't quite dried yet. It's still semi-shiny. I haven't given it time enough to dry, and that's on purpose. So what I want to do before it gets properly dry is lay this wet final coat on and then peel off the marker line while it's still wet. And hopefully it'll make a nice line. Okay, so literally you just saw me pull the tape off. So we've got this clean line all the way down the car. Now this we're going to let dry and we're going to peel that off as waste. So at the minute it's still shiny, you can see there, but it'll finish to a matte, dry to a matte finish. So let's let that dry off and then we'll see how it looks in a few minutes. Okay, so I've just pulled all of the plastic masking off. I just want this to properly dry, so I'm going to give it perhaps half an hour to an hour to go nice and solid. And the handy thing is, because I've taped these up by hand, even if they're not exactly the same on both sides, you never see both sides at the same time. So although I started my curve, you know, in about the same place, you know, if the radius of the curve is slightly different on each side, no one's ever going to know, really, are they? Because you can never really look at both sides at the same time. As long as they look something like each other, then you're all right, aren't you? So when it comes to cleaning up all the mess around the edges, I don't know if you can see this sort of faint rash that we've got of overspray from the full dip or plasti dip, whatever it is you're using. But when it's dry, all you need is a microfiber towel. Just rub it, and because it's tiny little beads of rubber, they will just rub off. Simple as that. So your overspray is not really a big deal. Now this part here, we've deliberately oversprayed more heavy so that we can try and peel this back and peel it off in one big go. Now that'll depend on whether you laid on enough dip. Now this is not, there's probably enough to peel, but it might break up a few times, so. Alright then, so with a bit of careful rubbing, this is the sort of finish we've ended up with. I think it's pretty good. It's not too bad. The actual surface is brilliant. The spits there, that's just dust because I've just been rubbing, but actually the black finish is really nice, and it's the same story on this side as well. It's come out all right, to be fair, I think. So yeah, there you go. Not a big job, and not a big job, and easier than putting on vinyl anyway, in my opinion. Tell me what you guys think, whether you like it or not.